President Steve, distinguished persons at the head table, and honored guests. It's truly a privilege for me to share with you some of the fond memories and recollections of my association with a longtime friend who happened to be my employer, and now Blair County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Ward McLanahan. I want to speak mainly, in the very brief time allowed, Steve, about Ward McLanahan, the person whose fruitful and eventful 92-year lifespan ended in 1974. His athletic accomplishments are a matter of record and are included in your program booklet, but I will mention briefly some of his major achievements. Ward's grandson, Michael, told me recently that his grandfather first became excited about pole vaulting by finding out that he could vault over his mother's clothesline in the backyard in the Gaysport section of Hollidaysburg, using her clothes pole. At about the turn of the century, Ward was captain of the Hollidaysburg track team. He then attended Phillips Andover Academy and made his mark in both pole vaulting and shot put. Then on to Yale in 1903, where he excelled in pole vaulting, high jump, broad jump, and shot put. In May 1904, Ward McLanahan established a new world record in pole vaulting. He cleared 12 foot in a field meet between Yale and Princeton, arch rivals. The record, by the way, has since gone up and up as they have improved on the type of pole used, which vaults them higher in the air. Also in 1904, he was a fourth-place medalist in pole vaulting at the St. Louis Olympics. The Olympics then did not carry the prestige that it does now, but the prowess of the individuals participating was equally as good. One of his proudest moments, I'm sure, was his election to captain of the Yale track team in June of 1904. I first met Ward McLanahan in late 1949 when he interviewed me for my first job out of college, Penn State, as has been mentioned. He left no doubt in my mind that his main purpose was to hire a person, not necessarily a mechanical engineer, but hopefully so, who would meet his standards. He never even asked for my grade transcript, and I was rather thankful for that. I worked with and was greatly influenced by Ward McLanahan for 24 years until his death in 1974, and then 14 additional years with his fine firm in Hollidaysburg until my retirement in 1988. Ward McLanahan was one of the most honest men I have ever known. Honesty and integrity continue to be important hallmarks of success in the 155-year-old firm in Hollidaysburg, which bears his name. Those of you who knew Ward McLanahan know that for many of his twilight years he carried a cane constantly because of an arthritic back and hip problem. I learned early on to interpret the various gestures of that cane. If he were here on the platform tonight, I would by now have received the gesture which meant, "Young man, you've said enough, now be quiet." And so I will. Thank you very much. Steve thought I was going to forget to call the person up to receive the award. That's all right, Steve. I would like now to call forth Mr. Charles Jackson McLanahan, better known as Jack, who, by the way, is father of Michael, who is known by many of you. Jack is the son of the late Ward McLanahan, and he will receive the award on Mr. McLanahan's behalf. Jack, I know that you're already aware of the great love that I and the employees at McLanahan Corporation had for your father. As I said early on, it's a distinct pleasure for me to be involved in this very well-deserved award, and I present it to you now with great pride.